Hello and welcome to 24 Astro. I'm Alba and I just feel very called to talk about Pisces Moon, which is my own placement. And I've been pushing up doing a video about this because I feel like it is the most meaningful placement for me almost, and it's the one that I'm trying to figure out in a way that feels completely like I'm giving you the I'm so perfectionistic sometimes. I can't just keep doing videos on a topic and sharing as I integrate deeper and deeper. But something interesting that I've thought about now about Pisces Moon is that I want to speak about wholeness from an experience that happened last night. I woke up in the middle of a dream, and it's happened maybe like 3 or 4 times that I feel like I'm in the dream still, but my conscious mind is awake. And my conscious mind is trying to integrate the lesson from the dream. So my mind is thinking very consciously, but I feel like I have no control over it. And I feel like my body is still sleeping. And I notice an awareness behind my eyes. There's like a pattern of a mandala almost. And it's pulsating. And it's in this between state. I realize now I get some inner critic things coming up here that I hope I don't sound crazy. I don't know if this is a common thing for people to experience, but it happened a few times and it's very interesting. And I've come to realize that it's what I associate with the collective unconscious. So the God consciousness, the all of our better word is universal intelligence, if God doesn't resonate for you. So the impersonal, I feel like we get plugged into as we sleep, because we do have a personal unconscious as well, which is our stored memories and also our soul. There's different parts of our persona. I realize I'm just jumping into this right away, but I feel like that's the energy kind of I'm going into this with. I don't want to overthink anything. And this is just like the walk and talk thing from this channel. So I just want to speak unfiltered. And I am saying also that here for my own sake that I am going to do the video on Pisces Moon. I have a document on my phone where I've just collected things and insights over the weeks, the weeks right now. I feel like it's building up. But yeah, okay. So the collective unconscious, it's connected to Pisces because it's the spiritual oneness. We always connect Pisces to that. And it's very diffuse. It's very like flowy explanations of Pisces, and that's why I've really tried to do some linear logic to Pisces so I can communicate my insights, because it's very important. And it feels like having a Pisces moon feels like you have an access to this impersonal collective soul in a way it's purposeful. There's a reason why someone has a Pisces moon. And like you might know, if you have a Pisces moon, you're very sensitive, intuitive, spiritual, creative. But for me, it's interesting to think about it being also a correlation to the 12th planet and Neptune. And then seeing how Neptune is a collective, it's not a personal planet. And therefore trying to navigate the understanding of this about the 12th house, about Neptune, about Pisces, when it comes to your moon placement. Because your moon placement is your personal unconscious. So it kind of makes it so that you're having a cord into the collective unconscious. So what you're experiencing might be very universal. And this is a bit hard to grasp for my mind. But this also, the Pisces is very connected to Christ consciousness. And Christ consciousness, for me, the associative thing that comes up, because words are very important. They bring so much power and understanding with them, so much consciousness. The word that comes with Pisces also is the Christ-like love. And seeing the interconnectiveness from the collective. So it's a bit different than the Aquarius. That's the sign before in the zodiac wheel, which is more like the ego having a relationship with Pisces, or not Pisces, the ego having a relationship with the collective. That's more Aquarius, but Pisces being this, almost like the boundaries are erased. And this is where codependency and reality escaping is so common, and why it's so important to strengthen your form in the world. So needing structure, because if you're just in this collective oneness, merging with every other person, you can really lose yourself. And that is not healthy, not sustainable, and very overwhelming. So for a Pisces moon, it could be very important to look at your sun sign, trying to merge the two. If you see the moon as the feminine principle and the sun as the masculine principle, and finding the middle point there. And realizing there's place for both of them. We just need more balance, and especially if you're Pisces in this world, in this modern world, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. We really need self-regulation, not take up other people's stuff. Really having boundaries feels so important. So important for a Pisces moon. And what I wanted to also go back to is the physical sensation. I feel like it strengthens when I think about that dream state of the interconnectiveness of things. So the mandala. And if you're familiar with the mandala, it's this sacred form that represents in a lot of religions and esoteric knowledge that it represents the wholeness and balance of everything. There's even meditations that if you stare into the mandala, it will help you heal, basically. And it's this middle point of the polarities that we're living in a world that's very dualistic. It's this that brings healing. And the whole astrological system is based up on opposites of the masculine and feminine, So it's something worth contemplating. And if we check the mandala, if we check in nature, you might be familiar with sacred geometry. We can find in flowers and plants, if we zoom into them, they follow a very symmetrical and very aesthetically pleasing form. That's hard to explain. It's very mystical. And it's this universal intelligence that we oftentimes in spirituality believe in. That it's the sacredness of the universal intelligence. And as a Pisces moon, I feel like this is the energy, the geometric form, the sacred geometry, the mandala. That is kind of like the energy behind Pisces, behind Neptune, behind the universal intelligence. And if we check the 12th house as well, that has a parallel to Pisces. It's this private, hidden, mystic experience. It's connected to seclusion. And that to me hints of we needing privacy to explore our inner connection to this oneness, to this universal intelligence, because we can't find it outside ourselves. We need that inner connection, not anything external. We need to tap into the internal, because it comes from the inside. Because we're human, our body is the vessel. And we can only experience this if we break up the illusion of our ego. And that we can only experience inside the body. And therefore, looking outside for this, for the answer, is what makes us reality escape and makes us codependent. So the real thing here is that we need seclusion. We need alone time, and we can reach this universal intelligence in our seclusion, not in anyone else. And drugs might help. It can be like a shortcut, but it's not sustainable. And you can get there by meditation, by breath work, whatever strategy or permission slip works for you. That's great, but you just need to find your way of how you get there, so you can have your own like tapped in recharge, especially for a Pisces moon, the moon being our personal unconscious. We need to I'm getting the image now of having like being tapped into the mothership, like yeah, like the small drop needing to be in the ocean a bit and then come back. And that is so important for Pisces moon. Realizing this like the depth of the spirituality, the sacredness, the reverence of the importance of this, and realizing it's only this that will fill this void. There's nothing outside. And I would invite you, because Pisces moon is a very energetic placement, it could be something to explore of the mandala, and also the seclusion part, like being by yourself in silence, see what comes up. Yeah, I think I will leave it at that, and I will soon, I don't know exactly when, but I will do a video on Pisces moon. I have the whole document, so I have a lot of things to go through. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.